And let us know the sounds. Action.
I didn't realize you started.
Oh, I had to. I looked over and I saw Bruce.
Oh.
So it's like, do a quick duck. Just duck down. Look.
Oh,
there he is.
Brucey,
hey, Bruce. It's all right. So, welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun. My name is Mr. 2020. Down there is Emmett. Back there is Bruce. Yes. And today this is the Super Shift episode where we explore the emergency exit, otherwise known as...
I remember when.
I remember when.
Yeah.
Now,
yes.
Neville says this can be used in a constructive and a destructive way, and we've also found some really cool tricks with it over the years, so let's dive in.
Destructive way.
Absolutely. Oh. I remember when I was happy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know that time, 1969. I was 3 years old. I was happy. And then they got divorced. That wasn't until later, though, I think about 7 or 8. But Grandma died when I was 8. That sucked. I remember when I was happy, right? So, by the way, it's not the weakened words, right? Everybody gets wound up on the words. Again, thoughts are things. Thoughts have words. Words are things that cause... No, they don't, right? Feelings, right? Your state... if we're going to use the word create, your state creates, okay? What are you giving life to? Now, you don't give life with words, you give life with feelings. So, let's dive into I Remember When. You can use it in a constructive or destructive way. By the way, what am I looking at?
Sky, the roof, the trees.
I'm looking at the roof, right? So for the first 2 years, 3 years or so, I'd walk outside and I'd look at the roof, right? And the roof is not the roof that's there now. The roof that was there then...
It's pretty rusty.
It was pretty rusty. It was...
well, put it in perspective. So in 1970, the mud brick house was built.
You guys remember 1970. That was when you had the good time.
So that's
I remember
45 years ago, it was built with reclaimed materials. So the tin on the roof in 1970... was stuff that was getting chipped out by someone else.
So you've got to imagine this, right? So our home is really cool. It's a historic mud brick home, right? Someday it's going to be an official landmark. Right now it's an unofficial one. Everybody around here knows. They go, "You live in the house." I say, "Yeah, we do." So we live in the house.
Yeah.
So
that house,
right? They all know it, right? And they see what we're doing to it. Because back in the old days, we remembered when we'd walk out and we'd see the tin roof, right? The old tin roof, which is like tin roofs, right? Stacked on each other. Yeah, welcome back.
Sorry, I was just checking I wasn't standing on his leg. Yeah.
So back then, we'd walk outside and we could remember when there was a tin roof like that on the house. Right?
Yeah.
And it was just literally, it was almost shocking some days, walking outside and going, wow. Okay, I remember when that was there. Yeah. You get to move beyond it. So, you know what a memory feels like. Okay? By the way, how cool that the show started out with just Bruce, right? So you can remember when the show started and Victoria wasn't there. You can remember when Victoria showed up. You get it? This is not about the words. I remember when Victoria showed up. No. That's called freaky affirmation stuff. Hey, Jessie's here. That's Mikey's girlfriend. Fiance.
Mikey?
Wife. Yeah, Popson.
Oh,
cool.
Say, it's not Mikey.
Nice to see you. No, he's already married.
Yes.
So, here's the thing, right? So, you can remember when the tin roof was there. You can remember when the roof was put on. That's almost a creative act before it's put on. Okay? I can remember whenever the 3 drunks that lived upstairs moved out. Those are the possums, right?
Yeah.
We called them the 3 drunks because at 3 in the morning they'd roll in and they'd make crap loads of noise in the old tin roof. And they moved out when we got the new roof on.
And then they'd piss through the roof.
It was bad, right? It was really bad. Okay, but we can remember when, even when that was happening. I mean, now here's the thing. I remember when is the emergency exit. In other words, whenever you're stuck in a state that's not fun, you don't go, I remember when I had this. No, you go, you know what, this is a memory. And you treat it like a memory.
As if it's in the past, like it's in the past.
Yes. I remember wiping Hazel's butt. Hazel was my first one, right? She really was. She was lovely. She had more strokes than most people have birthdays. She was just a lovely old lady, and she was the first butt wipe that I had, right? And I remember walking in and Hazel saying, "Uh-oh." And it's like, "How's it going, Hazel?" "Ooh." So, "You're my first one." "Uh-oh." Right? So, okay, we used the emergency exit while I'm cleaning her butt, right? I'm not doing, I remember when I cleaned her butt. It's a memory to me. I treat it as a memory, right? So you can remember when that happened, even if it was just a second ago. That releases you from the grip of it. You can remember when you were upset yesterday?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, she can remember it. She doesn't have to give it life. Remembering it means you're letting it slip into the past. So you can remember when you're upset. Remember when you had a breakthrough?
Yeah, last night.
Watch your light up.
At 4:30 in the morning.
At 4:30 in the morning, what happened?
Well, what happened was at 5 p.m. yesterday, I'm talking to a client, and then suddenly it's like...
They've got a FUBAR situation.
They've got a very big FUBAR situation. They need to use a brand new database that, I haven't even fully built yet or tested.
They have to use it yesterday.
Now, yeah. It's like, no, we've got to import the invoices and pay them tomorrow.
Now.
And it's like, right.
So Victoria's evening went sideways.
Yeah, so I said, okay, leave it with me. I'll start importing all the records. Anyway, got to about 9 p.m. Like I stopped for a little bit, had some dinner, got back. 9 p.m. I'm going really good.
Watch what happens.
And then all of a sudden, rejects. I get all these rejects. The spreadsheet isn't set up properly. Some of the spreadsheets.
So what's the phrase you used yesterday with Bruce?
Could have been all ruined.
All ruined. Disastrous. All wrecked. It's all wrecked.
Give up now.
Right? She could have gone back into the pattern.
Yeah, I could have, and I didn't. It was good.
Look at her.
Stop. And I just thought, well, it's just going to have to wait till tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, they're going to have to help me get the, get the reformatted spreadsheets up onto the server so I can import them.
And because she didn't go into it's all wrecked.
Yeah. At 4:30 in the morning, I woke up thinking,
Look at her.
Oh, I can do it that way. I don't need their help. I'll be able to get them in on the server in a discreet way.
A back door, an emergency exit.
Them. And yeah.
So you get this? We did work in yesterday's show, live, here, okay? She was going, you know what? I'm screwed up over this. We get to go, cool, this is live, real stuff. This is not, let's talk about revision.
A pretend situation.
This is real. This is why we don't do hypothetical situations. People say, well, what about someone who has something and they were born on the set? And we ask, is that you? Well, no, I just made it all up. Well, go and make it up.
Yeah.
Right? Not interested. I want to answer real questions. I want to flirt with real people because there's two levels to this. There's the question and the questioner. There's the problem and the problem maker. Yesterday, she made a problem.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. By the way, it wasn't that she made a problem. There was this pattern there.
Yeah.
Of wrecked.
Yep.
And yesterday, live on video, we took care of wrecked and look at her.
Yeah.
Last night she could have had it wrecked and not slept or stayed up till 2 in the morning, drank heavily.
Well, I did drink heavily. No, not too heavily.
No, we enjoy a little wine.
Yeah.
Oh, she enjoys wine. I enjoy scotch. Send scotch to 30 Kringle Drive, Eltham, Victoria 3095. Now.
Yes.
You get it?
I
remember when. This is really cool stuff. Yesterday, she did revision on something. Today, we're remembering when it was a problem. That's going to feed her not having it come back. By the way, Tamika asks, do you have to say it out loud? Absolutely not. Please don't. Right? Here's the thing. I remember when I was wiping Hazel's butt. I remember when I was wiping Hazel's butt. If I do that about 10 times in a row with Hazel in the bed, I'm going to be strapped into the bed next to her. Right? A lot of people think feeling it real is looking insane. Right? It's not called looking insane is the secret. Right? It's called feeling is the secret. So we want to feel it as a memory. Victoria, the old Victoria that died yesterday. You get it? Something died. An old Victoria died yesterday. Look how she's standing today. Look at the way she is. This is different. This is a different human being.
Yeah.
Something's been put to rest. And if she remembers when it was put to rest, I remember putting that to rest yesterday. Cool. That's a resource for her, for you. You get it? I remember when is the emergency exit. I remember when allows you to put something in the past. Neville uses the thing of, I remember when this was a vacant lot. That implies something is there now. I remember when there was a crappy tin roof up there. I remember when Russell put it on, right? Yeah, and a tiny little bit of help I did. Tiny bit. Tiny. Right? So I remember doing a tiny bit. Okay, that's in the past. Get it? And it's a feeling. It's not, I remember when. Right? You get it? It's an actual memory. Allow your memories to become memories. And when they're memories, now watch this. I remember when I was bent out of shape. I can go back and revise that. Once I let something slip into the past, I can revise it. And tomorrow, whenever we do congratulatory conversations, watch how that amps it up. All three of these tools are cool. Okay, there's no one right tool to use for one right thing. Play with them all. So, I remember when we did this show.
Yeah.
Which means it's about over.
Yeah.
So Cindy says, today I was remembering when I had my studio in the future, and I remember taking steps after that. I'm in the future, remembering when the future's past. Cool. That might sound a little odd, especially since I just skimmed it. But here's the thing. You can remember when you got that BMW, if you don't have it yet. Congratulatory conversations, by the way, are just another form of I remember when. Because when your friends say, wow, look at you, right? That's a remembering when you had already shifted. Get it? We're moving things around in timelines in all sorts of creative ways. There's a video we could do. So, let's call it a day there. Let's get the pups to the dog park. I've got a really cool show I'm doing today in about 90 minutes.
Yeah, can they, will it be live?
I don't know if it's live or recorded, but it'll be with the awesome Marie Bernard, who is really cool and good fun.
If it's not live,
you'll get a link.
And later. Yeah, either way.
So it's going to be good fun. Thank you all for tuning in. There's a Bo Lucy boy. By the way, do you guys remember when he was hollering yesterday? Right, remember that? Bruce was over there. Oh, right?
Yeah.
So we remembered when? This morning.
Yeah.
And that changed our behavior. We moved him over here a little bit so he can be part of the show.
Yeah.
You get it?
So
we didn't force it. We didn't make it happen. Nothing physical made all that happen. What made it all happen is, I remember when Bruce was over there. And we're not going back to that. We're just remembering when it happened. Put it in the past. And it's like, you know what? Cool. Since that's in the past, let's move him. You get it? This stuff really changes your behavior, your move, your groove, all sorts of good stuff. And we've got to get Emmett on the camera, too.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to the dog park. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Leave your comments and your questions and so on. And let's look at Emmett. Can we see Emmett? There he is. There's Emmett. He's going to see his best friend, Bruce. They're the best friends club. Everyone else keep out. And, oh, there we go. We're getting ready for the dog park, guys. Look at that. Aww. Love you guys. Hey, Kate, how are you? Kate has the most loving dogs, too. Have a wonderful day, guys. Visit us at freeneville.com. Join us in Manifesting Mastery. Look at all those hearts, babe. Look. Zillions of them.
Oh, lovely.
How cool.
Thank you.
And we've got to squint really small to see who they are. But
thanks,
cool. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow with congratulatory conversations at freeneville.com.